Good day, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. It's a beautiful day here in Atlanta. The spring is out, the sun is out. I've got some afternoon dunks. Dunks is not sponsor of today's episode, but you know who is? Vio. Have you downloaded the Vio app yet? You tired of being on a scooter where you can get knocked right off? Get yourself some two wheels, sit in a Vio. That's what I love to do. Use my promo code. I'll add it later. Yesterday, we shared with you the women of Hyrox. Today, we've got some top men. We've got second place, David Magida. We've got ERock Hinman in third place, and we've got Grant McCartney, the Island Ninja, in place. Then we sit down with ERock, aka ERock, to talk about how this event went down, what we can look forward to. ERock is, of course, the man behind Hyrox America. He's the one the Germans trusted to run the show here in the USA. I was going to interview Hunter actually at the airport, and if you listen to our upcoming podcast, and if you listen to yesterday's podcast, you can hear why I did not interview him in the airport. We'll put that link below. But let's get to it. Away we go.
All right, guys, David Magida, Washington, D.C. Getting old, 34 years old now. Still fast, kinda.
Dave Magida, I said yesterday, I think you have the most what did I say?
Said I had the most to lose?
No, I said you had the you did a lot of talking. And I said to you earlier, I think you backed it up because it's tough to beat the guy who's the best in the world at this, but you still beat everybody else by a pretty good time. So how are you feeling today?
You know, like my legs hurt now, but yeah, I'm happy. I wanted to be faster than my time was, but I learned so much that, like, you know, how upset can I be in my first attempt getting second place out of everybody, and, you know, only losing to Hunter, you know, it's no shame in that, right?
You guys came into the pool together.
Yeah.
So the third event, the pool, you came in neck and neck. Then what happened?
He massacred me on the pole. It was just a lot heavier than I expected. The push was heavier than I expected, but I was able to kind of power through that one. And I honestly, like, he looked like he was laboring on the push, so the crowd was cheering, and I was like, I'm gonna throw my game plan out the window, and instead of like easing into this, I'm gonna just break him here. And then, so I like plowed through the push, and then he upped his push, and I was like, this is what I need, like he's gonna crack. And then he was hurting, I think, really bad after that, but I also hurt. So I passed him on the next run, and I was thinking, oh, get in his head, like, we're gonna crack him here. He doesn't want this smoke. And then he did. He just obliterated me on the pole, and by the time I came off the pole, he'd taken like 3 minutes on me. So you are an experienced racer. Yeah.
And isn't that the goal, is to not get caught up in the moment and to be like, okay, I gotta stay where I'm at and keep my pace because it's an hour, I gotta go.
Well, you know, like, so there's a couple of different things with racing, right? Like, one is like stylistically from a strategy standpoint, like I wanted to run even splits, and I did that for the most part throughout the race. I cramped up.
Back and looked at all your splits already?
Yeah, I cramped up a little towards the end, and that slowed me down. But for the most part, yeah, I was hitting like splits I wanted to hit. The problem was that the push I just went harder on than I planned to, and then it, like, later in the race it catches up with you, and just it makes it harder to do the lunges than you want, and your heart rate's higher throughout that whole thing than you want. So from a strategy standpoint, it wasn't smart. From like a psychological standpoint, I was trying to get in his head like this idea of like, Magida's not going away, I can't shake him, like, I wanted that. I wanted him to feel how strong I was. The problem was, like, I wasn't as strong as I needed to be. So I have some work to do. I know where I can get better. I think I can take another 5 minutes off that easy by my next one. So.
But can you the next time do the same thing? Like, okay, like I trust me, I understand I'm gonna take the game to him, but I don't think that's gonna faze him. So I'm saying.
It might. You know, I think the thing is, like, if you're 40 minutes in and you're still taking the game to him, that's what it is, you know, like.
Instead of 30 minutes into it.
Instead of 15, which is where, you know, because the sled pull was, what, you know, you've done 3 runs, you're looking at like 10 minutes, or so 20 minutes, yeah, 20 minutes in, we're still together. I was ahead of him, and I'm sure he was like, oh crap. But then, you know, he knows he's good on the sled pull, better than anybody on the sled pull. I think I did actually okay on the sled pull. It took a long time.
Jack Bauer said, I think he did the fastest burpee broad jump ever.
Who?
Hunter, today.
Yeah, he smoked it. I know he did.
Like, of all the Hyroxes.
He probably did. He's in great shape right now, like better than I expected. He told me he's been doing a lot of volume, and I'm coming off volume, and I need to focus on my strength and my intensity a little bit more for the next few months. But they told me I'm invited to World Championships, so.
Well, because I was just talking to Rebecca about that. She was saying like, oh, it didn't count today.
They said that it doesn't count towards U.S. championships, but I've also heard from Hunter said that's not accurate. So, but I spoke to the guys who run Hyrox. What's the gentleman's name? Beard. Christian. And he said, oh, no, you're invited to World Championships.
Where's the World Championships?
Leipzig.
Leipzig.
Yeah, so Germany.
Right,
so
anything else you want to shout out, Elevate, or any?
Yeah, man. Like I've got a hybrid athlete training program at Elevate Interval Fitness, and we're focusing on stuff just like this. So I'm gonna really dial this in based on some of the stuff I learned, master, everything we need for Hyrox, DecaFit, and just kind of just be an all-around, well-rounded athlete. Like I'm pumped. We're in DC, so if you're in DC and you want to come train with me, I can teach you a lot. I think so. I think we'll have a lot of fun.
So, there's a lot of smack talk, you and Hunter, etc. And you and I joke a lot off record. You guys have been racing each other since 2012.
Yeah.
What do you think's different about him and what's different about you in these 9 years? It's a long time, dude, almost a decade.
I mean, we both grew up a lot. There's always been like a maturity gap, I think. It's no disrespect. It's like I used to book his flights for him and stuff. Like it's just kind of how it was. We were on the same racing team for a while, and you remember those days. And he and I always just kind of rooming together and traveling together. And he is a big smack talker, and I only talked smack because they were not going to let me into this race. And so I was like, okay, well, if you shake the stick enough, you shake enough branches, like enough leaves will fall, maybe someone's gonna let you in this race. So I talked a little smack, but I thought I did it respectfully. Like, yeah, I'm gonna put my foot on his throat, but that's good TV, right? The reality is I never said he wasn't a great champion. I never said he wasn't an amazing athlete, and he is. He's incredible. He always backs it up. I think I backed it up too. I've got more I want to prove. I'm gonna do it on a faster course because he told me, oh, this course is minutes slower than a normal one. So I'm definitely a sub 1 hour guy. It's just a matter of dialing in a couple more things, and then I think we can get into that 57-minute range for sure.
Eric Hinman from Denver, Colorado.
And other than being super handsome on Instagram, what would we know you from? What are some of your athletic, what brought you to this event? How'd you get invited?
Yeah, so I used to compete in Ironman. I've done 5 Ironmans. I qualified for the World Championships in Kona twice. I've done Leadville, avid mountain biker, competing CrossFit. I like to exercise. That's why I got invited to this event.
So you're one of these guys, you're kind of like Hunter. You like to do everything, short, long.
I am. So ADD for good and for bad. I like to lift weights. I like to do endurance sports. I like anaerobic sports. I just like a mix of all things functional fitness.
So you've done like the Leadville bike and the Leadville run?
I've only done the Leadville bike, just the mountain bike race.
Okay, do you want to run it?
I don't want to run it, no. I love running, but I don't like running any more than like 10 to 15 miles now. It just really beats my body up. I'm 40, so I don't recover like I used to.
And your goal today was what?
My goal today was just to test my fitness, to compete against myself and see how I could do. I've never done this before. A lot of it is my wheelhouse, but the sled push, sled pull, those were new movements for me. So once I got through those, I was just cruise control. The running felt great. Wall balls at the end I thought were going to be much easier than they were. That's something I do often in CrossFit, but the wall balls crushed me at the end.
Were you doing the Open this year?
I am doing the Open. So right now I'm 80th in 40 to 44 age group, so I still have the quarterfinals coming up, I think May 6th.
I thought they started today.
Individual quarterfinals are going on right now, but the Masters quarterfinals are May 6th.
Right. You're 40th, you said?
Yeah, 40.
Good job. So did you work out earlier this week is what I'm asking. Like I know what's his name did.
Yeah. I did not do the individual quarterfinal workouts for CrossFit. I'm waiting for the ones to come out for the age group in May.
And then what do you do like for a regular day gig?
So content creation is my day gig now. I started some companies out of college that paved the way to freedom and flexibility, that led to Ironman. Ironman led to brand deals, and now it's just creating content for different brands.
So like what was your thing what did you say you did out of college?
Yeah, so I started an insurance brokerage out of college that I still own. That paved the way to Ironman training, I had a software company that I sold in 2014, invested in some different passion projects. 10,000 is a company that I invested in very early on. They're starting to explode now. They make men's athletic wear. Yeah, I know they're actually chatting with Nick right now about getting Nick and possibly Hunter on board, so that will be exciting. But yeah, they got to get more into the OCR world. Right now they're getting heavy in the CrossFit world, but looking to expand.
Are you bullish on crypto?
I am bullish about crypto, yeah. It's gone up tremendously. I'm not invested in it right now, but I check Robinhood almost every single day to see what it's up to.
What else are you bullish on these days?
So my favorite thing that I do is mountain biking. I'm bullish and I tell people to get outside as often as possible. I'm headed back to Denver, Colorado in about a week. My girlfriend's moving there with me, so really excited to get back there and get back into mountain bike training and in the mountains.
Do you know who Ryan Atkins is?
I do know who Ryan is. I've never met him in life though.
He is one mean mountain biker.
Is he? I'll have to go riding with him sometime.
Dude, you should just follow his stories. He's the kind of guy that's like, oh, we just decided to set this FKT today across half of Canada and crazy shit like
I've seen some of his stuff on Insta. Yeah, that's incredible. I like doing the same thing, just competing against myself. Strava's cool because you have this digital leaderboard where you go out there and at the end of your ride, you see how you stack up against everyone else that's ridden that segment.
All right, well listen, thanks for hanging for me, I appreciate you.
Cheers guys, thank you, appreciate you.
Do you know what place you came in?
Yeah, I can tell you what freaking place I came in. Don't you act like you don't know. It was last place, okay? And I'm trying to tell myself it's all right.
What hurt the most?
It's the run, dude. I just can't run as fast as these boys.
Hurt the most? Everything else hurts.
The sled, the pool, people were like, the sled pool was so bad. I was like, literally, I think that was the easiest one. It felt, I would stand up, walk, go back. And it wasn't fast, I'm no dominant force, but it didn't hurt. It was trying to maintain, I thought I was gonna run 7-minute miles, and I ran like 7:38-minute miles. And these boys are running in the 5s.
But you knew that coming in.
Well, I was trying to be optimistic and not believe it.
I thought Elijah was bringing up the rear. You brought up the rear?
Yeah, I did, thank you. But yeah, there's some talk of it. No, I'm not gonna get into that.
Did somebody skip a lap? That happens sometimes.
It may have,
Okay,
I don't know.
All right, it happens though. It does happen.
I can tell you right now, for me, I had to really question what lap I was on. And what I did was, I said, if I'm gonna fail, do one extra. I'm not sure if I did one extra. I think I made them all exactly, but I did not miss one, that's for sure.
Well, somebody said they were going to run with their fingers like this, like, okay, this is number one. I only had to run 2 laps when I did in Chicago, and after the 3rd round, every time I was like, is this my first or second? And then I would see it on the board and I would remember.
I would have, if you would have asked me 100 times, do I think I would have forgot what lap I was on? No chance, it's too easy. And every time I took off running, I'm like, where am I? What world is this? Like, I was like looking over at Death like, oh, Death, that's an option. And I was like, no, I got somewhere to be, Death. I'll see you later. It was rugged.
It is life, but not about experiences.
I know. I mean, obviously I'm here for it. The homies are here. The vibe's really sick with the lights and the music and the whole thing. Every part of my stomach is cramping. I think I learned a lot about nutrition. That's another thing about this is these boys, the triathletes, they know how to eat and prep. I think I had like pancakes for breakfast thinking that was gonna help me. Didn't help me. Let me just give you the pro tips. Don't eat a bunch of pancakes and then go run. So, I don't know. Didn't help me out.
Are you gonna keep coming out to do these things that they invite you to?
You know, I will always put it on the table, something I wanna do. And shout out to everyone watching that came up to either me now or said anything to me about the Spartan Games. And you guys are so kind. Like, hey man, Spartan Games was tough and we love seeing you. You're such a refresher. I'm like, well, thank you. I don't think this is refreshing to see me freaking eat it out there, but people were still cheering me on, and that's why I love the community around these races. So yeah, man, I think I'll still show up.
Where can we see you next?
Well, I leave in 3 days to go to LA to compete for Ninja Warrior, but that won't air till May.
I thought they already filmed you. I thought I saw you behind the scenes.
I can't say any more about why I'm still filming, but I gotta go to LA.
So do a little plug.
Yeah?
See you in Man, NBC.
So, yeah, tune in to NBC, American Ninja Warrior, in May, and you'll see me swinging and hanging and jumping. American Ninja Warrior for my 7th season. And maybe I'll put on a better showing than I did here. But either way, I'll tell you right now, I'll have some fun doing it. And I appreciate you guys all tuning in to my stuff.
Where can they follow you?
Follow me at Island Ninja. I hope to put some fun challenges and stuff to encourage you guys, so check it out.
Yeah, so if there's anything that people need to know, like, or not people, you need to know, I mean, it's really, the hair has to be, I'm pretty much can like fucking live in the dirt, but if my hair's fucked up, then whatever.
Do you use product?
I use a little bit of that, you know, just like stuff, because I have a lot of fucking hair, man. It's out there.
You live that surfer life.
Yeah, man.
For a while.
Yeah. The salt the hair, then it's fine. It curls up,
That's what I'm saying.
it's fine.
That's what I'm saying. Did you feel a connection with the Island Ninja?
Yeah, dude. What's one of the things that Grant and I like really connected on was the fact that we got our Hawaii roots. Like, you know what I mean? We definitely like have a definite hardcore connection because, bro. Plus, we're of the same soul, I believe. Grant and I. Like,
well, you both have that very much like from the earth, from the ocean.
Yeah.
Kind of like.
Definitely.
It's all good, bro.
Yeah, it is all good, bro. It is all good.
Let's talk Hyrox.
Let's do it, man. Let's talk Hyrox, bro.
Back, 14 months.
As they say.
I'm guessing.
I'm trying to grease the wheels again, bro.
Right.
We were talking about doing stand-ups. Like, being in front of the camera, like hitting your lines first time. I mean, I was a little rusty yesterday, dude. Right. Like, yeah, it was tough. But fuck. Sorry, can I say fuck?
You can.
Oh. But yeah, fuck, man, it was great to, I'm just gonna blow it out. But like it was great to be back, dude. It was great to be freaking putting on events again, seeing familiar faces, spreading the stoke, as they say.
Spreading the stoke.
Yeah.
We saw an amazing women's battle.
Yeah.
We knew we were going to.
This was really the story of the day, dude. Like, I mean, it was funny too. I did a live with Rachel, like, this last week or whatever, and she fucking called it. Like, she was like, "I'm gonna freaking win this thing," you know what I'm saying? And I mean, obviously, going up against these folks, as we talked about, right? So Rebecca Hammond, somebody I hadn't seen race before, heard her name. Obviously, she wasn't around like the mutters too much, right. More on the Spartan stuff, right?
Right.
Yeah. So like, I didn't see her too much, but. Holy shit, man. I knew the women's race was going to be stacked. Personally, I love Lauren Weeks. I really wanted to see Corinna just like, just come out and just like dominate. And she was like, she did awesome, Sarah Hare. I mean, let me just put it like this, dude. Like, I love every one of those girls in there as a friend. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. It's cool. But no, I love every one of the girls that competed yesterday, women that competed yesterday. And, but holy shit, Rachel. Wow. Like, where was that?
Yeah, dude. She, cool, calm, collected.
Yeah.
As we've said, did the quarterfinal workout a couple days before, is doing really well in that.
She's doing another workout today. She rode the bike for an hour and a half after the race yesterday.
Just to stay loose?
Just to stay loose, just to get more fitness in. I was talking to John, Captain Murphy, that was there yesterday, our videographer, and said, like, really the key is, like, I mean, they do, that whole Warrior Fitness team, they basically have the real killer setup. Like, they do freaking, hour-long training sessions with their endurance team, and then she'll come over and like rock with the strongman team and the powerlifters, and like, it's this really crazy training environment. So like, I don't know. I'm like freaking keeping her on speed dial, man. I want her to come do another one.
Well, there was this question of, do they qualify for the new championships or not?
She doesn't know she has to come race again, which she's already agreed that she wants to come and race to earn her qualifying spot, because that was the caveat. All y'all people out there that have been messaging me, angry at me the whole time. Yes, none of those elite athletes got immediate, like, entry into the U.S. Championship. They got to come earn it again. Yeah. So.
I don't know. I'm not sure if that's fair, but we'll let the audience decide, fair or foul.
Yeah, man, we gotta play by the rules, because, dude, what's up? I mean, we had people out there yesterday, especially, who's this guy? Brent?
Right.
What's his name? Brent?
That's his name.
Brent
with an I.
Brent with running extra lap guy?
Right.
Yeah, this guy
So he qualifies too. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm
saying.
Yeah, but we can't just have everybody qualifying all the time, or else it's like those stupid participant medals you give to your kids, like everyone gets a fucking trophy. Like, no, I don't want that. I want to make this shit like legit.
What if you did it a certain? Well, you're not going to do this. I'm just thinking out loud. Like, you made it a certain time. Like, hey, if you do it under whatever, you're breaking that couch, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can say that. You can say that, dude, but like I don't want to, you know, I don't want to get into the slippery slope of like fucking yeah. If you come within like 20 seconds of Hunter's like you know whatever time, then you can fucking qualify. Like that's lame. I don't want to do that. I want to make this thing legit. I want to. The Invitational was the Invitational. This was like set after like the German thing. But believe me, dude. All the shit that I got during, you know, inviting these athletes here, I don't want to give them a free pass into the U.S. Championships just because, you know, we did that. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that got really butthurt that I didn't freaking invite them.
Right.
You know what I mean? I got butthurt too. I'm a sensitive guy. A man of the earth.
I know you are. I know you are.
Fucking dude.
No, I know you are. So,
Yeah.
but at least remind people what's on the line. Talk to people about the rest of the season.
Yeah, cool,
How many
man.
American dates have been launched? So
Yeah, so we actually just launched last night. If you go to the website, we just launched the other We're going to come back to Texas because there's no COVID here. So it's perfect. Yeah. Because we don't got to wear masks.
Hashtag Texas is open.
Yeah.
So
We're all
seriously
vaccinated.
though, how many events?
Yeah, cool,
Talk
man.
to me.
So we have Austin, May 22nd. We have Orlando, June 5th. We've got the U.S. Championships, the big race, the mother of all races, which Christian just told me we're putting up another 30 grand for, which I'm like, what? We're gonna get 30 grand. But like we're putting up big money for the U.S. Championships, and then bang, we're back here in Dallas again. We're probably gonna do another Florida event. So sorry, New York, you're not gonna get your shit till like later on in the year. And then L.A. I'm talking San Francisco after that, or in the fall, October, will be either Northern California or
Do
Colorado.
you think there's a good chance LA is open though? All the
Yes, of course. Gavin Newsom's the man. And I hate everybody who says he's got better hair than I do.
I'm just asking because people have been very frustrated about all the California events canceling.
Of course, but we've already got we had the venue already paid for. We had the venue contract. We've already spoken with the venue and said that it's on for September. So I mean, we're going to put it on an event there, even if we have to do it at an outdoor venue or something.
Can you please do Atlanta 2022?
Absolutely, yeah. Atlanta's on the docket for sure. I mean, shoot. I got to take it to the Midwest, though. So I think in the winter time, I think we're definitely looking at Atlanta, and then next year, definitely opening up the Midwest a bit more too. Yeah.
And then will Europe be open again? When can we do?
I mean, dude, yeah, in Leipzig, and these other Munich and Berlin. I mean, all these zones are like open, and we've gotten tentative contracts with them, but like Europe is so screwed up, man. Those guys have like gone backwards like over and over again. Like they need to like just get their shit together and like open the countries back up again and realize that like COVID doesn't exist. Like in Texas and Florida, like it doesn't.
Let's be clear, it exists.
Yeah.
People are getting vaccinated. We're getting.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, there you go. So, I mean, we've got.
Show your vax card at the start line, right?
Well, we got into a lot of trouble with that one. That's a really sensitive subject because like, if you guys remember that, like a couple months ago, we were talking about you had to show up with a COVID test, and dude, like, lit the frick up our customer service, right? Because like nobody wants to present that stuff, and it's like privacy stuff. But who knows? Now this new movement towards pass. Anyway, I don't want to get into the COVID shit, but yeah. So there's a possibility that obviously hopefully we're all vaccinated in a couple months, and we don't have to like worry about all this stuff. But
what was it like working with the wife this weekend, getting away from the kids?
Ooh, shoot, yeah. If you saw this little hot little number running around, that was my wife in the merch zone. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Kids didn't burn anything down. My mom actually flew in though and set my barbecue on fire this weekend. So got to talk to her about that one. Yeah, there was this time. So when I was a fireman before I did all this stuff, fitness, and I was on a big fire one time, and my daughter, who was like 1 year old, like was in my backyard, and this dude jacked a car, 10 cops chasing this guy, smashed into my thing. My daughter's in the backyard playing ponies or doing whatever she's doing. Dude jumps the fence, is like in the backyard with my daughter, surrounded, cops, my little 1 year old like freaking out. Oh my God, like, yeah. And of course it happens when you're not home, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, so I mean, shit gets real, dude.
I was just jealous that you got something, that your kids are old enough.
We're in this point, dude. We're in that point where like, and maybe some of your parents are like, oh, he's such a fucking irresponsible guy. My kids are 15 and 13, dude. And kids aren't like us. When I was a kid, it was like, as soon as mom and dad are gone, let's get as much booze as we can, put some drugs in us, and let's go. Right. You know what I mean? And now it's like, my kids are like, let's watch Marvel movies for 6 hours. And it's like, okay, good, go for it. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, my kids are super responsible, but we're entering into this new parenthood. Grays are coming in, Kids can take care of themselves. You know, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, man.
All right, I'll see you at the next one, dude.
Yeah, man. Thanks so much, Matt. Appreciate you.
See you. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't had a chance to see yet, the live stuff is of course up on this channel. It's just the last couple of videos, or just type Hyrox Live or Hyrox Dallas into your YouTube, and I'm sure you will get it. And again, be sure to check out VO for your two-wheel riding needs. Love ya, miss you, mean it. I've got to run.